Hey guys and girls, welcome back to another exciting episode of All About You. In today's video, I will be talking about, for one, we hit 5,000 subscribers. That's pretty amazing. I mean, honestly, you know, I'm pretty sure you've heard this from multiple other channels before, but you never expect to get to that point until you're there. You know, it's like it's an experience that we all go through. And despite some of the ups and downs in life, it makes me feel happy that I'm actually seeing a really nice progression of the channel, since I try to put as much effort and love and attention I can to it. The main topic we're going to be talking about though, so again, I want to thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It means a bunch that you guys have subscribed and then you've been watching the videos, liking, giving me constructive criticism. I mean, you know, you can tell me you hate my video, but it's better for you to let me know that you hate it as opposed to just not say anything at all. So thanks again. What we're going to do for this video is I'm going to be talking about another hot topic that one of my subscribers wanted to go and cover. He himself sent me a nice little message, which you're going to end up seeing in the thumbnail, where he asked me, Anthony, how do you mentally prepare for events, or in general, how do you prepare for tournaments so that so that he can try to get a better grasp of what he needs to do in order to perform. Now, for one, unfortunately, the things that I normally do lately, I haven't been able to do it. Like, you know, some personal stuff, I'm not going to get into it, but my father's been very ill, and unfortunately, he's not doing good at all. And that's a whole nother topic, you know. I don't want to be crying on this video, so I'm just going to leave it at that. My dad is just, he's not where he should be, and he's not getting better. Now, as far as preparation, normally I try to get plenty of sleep. That's one thing you need, especially because a card game deals with your mind. It's not dealing with physical activity. You're not prepping up lifting weights in the gym. It's all mental, and you want to keep your mental state healthy, relaxed, and ready to go. So when you're playing in a tournament, you're as sharp as you can be, you're thinking about your plays more clearly, and overall, you're able to optimize your skill, at least your current skill at that moment in the event. So sleep is very important. Another thing is you should always leave time like a day in advance to relax. And what I mean by that is try not to book a trip last minute. Try not to go and like just run from home to the tournament area, especially if you live hours away. I know a lot of individuals, they'll just take a trip, go to the tournament, arrive there, then go and enter the event, and they haven't even properly slept. Even napping in the car, that's not sufficient sleep, or even napping on a plane isn't sufficient sleep because you're not always really sleeping. You're like, you know, you're awake at certain moments, and unfortunately, that's just how it is. You're going to be waking in and out of sleep, and you're not helping yourself. You know, you want to make sure that you're giving yourself the best opportunity and the best chance to be able to perform well, whether you win, top, whatever. Even if you don't top, you want to give yourself a better shot, because someone else that's more prepared, more relaxed, more rested will be doing better than you. Even if your skill level hypothetically was above theirs, they can still outperform you because they're getting the nutrition, like that's what I like to call it, the nutritional value in order to perform at those tournaments. So now that's for one. So like I said, try not to leave late. Try to give yourself a day. If you could book a hotel, you know, try to relax. Do a lot of relaxing the day before, play test, but don't stress out. You know, that's the one thing you don't want to do, stressing out. And two, you need to just make sure you're prepared for the format. So as you know, from the previous video that I released less than 24 hours ago, I was on a rant, and my rant basically had to do with why wasn't people prepared for Mil? So that's another thing. You want to be prepared for all the type of decks that you know are going to be present. Now, of course, granted, you want to make sure that you do have cards like Cronoa, you do have cards like Minus Killy Zone, you do have, you know, cards like Dende or Kami to check people from going too wide, or Dende from stopping those Shenron decks to trying to hit Gogeta on you, because as we all know, once they hit that 5-drop, and they hit you with Gogeta, it's pretty much GG's. Like it's all dependent on what you draw, and you don't want to be in a situation where it's like you have to top deck something in order to stay in the game. So this is information we all know, and it's something that we all have to prepare for. But the one thing you want to do is make sure that you're ready for the format. We all knew that Mill was winning. Mill won a few tournaments ago. It won the European Championships, and it just won this last tournament. You know, Dahan, again, I want to give you credit. You did a phenomenal job. You took advantage of everyone paying attention to Shugesh related decks, and you were able to exploit it into a win, which that's very smart. And you're a good competitor, but you're more so smart. You knew what you needed to do. You knew what deck to take. While most people didn't want to take Mill, you used that as an opportunity to take victory, essentially. He literally went smooth. If you looked at his performance, he did very well. I believe he only got one loss throughout the entire day for Swiss. Ended up being in like the top 4 or top 5 slots, and then dominated his way to a victory, playing Justin Rios in the finals. You know, that's something that you want to do. So Dahan, he definitely made sure that he was prepared for the format. He probably had an idea that a lot of people were going to be on this Broly stuff, and he took advantage of it. Now, moving forward, so these are some of the key points. Again, you want to make sure you're well rested. You want to make sure you're not leaving anything last minute. And you want to make sure that you understand the format so that you sideboard very well and your main board is good across the board. Not good against just one deck, but good across the board, especially for Mill, since we all know Mill is dominant. But if you're a Mill player, you're hoping that people are as unprepared as possible so you can take and snag some victories that you normally wouldn't. But anyways, I hope that answers your question. You want to make sure that your mind is as clear as possible. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to do so. In fact, I've been getting to the event a day before, towards like the nighttime. Like this past tournament, I only got 2 hours of sleep. And it wasn't even my fault. I tried getting rest. I got to the hotel roughly 8 to 9 hours beforehand. So I had about 8 to 9 hours of sleep if I could have fell asleep right away. But I couldn't, because what's going on with my dad, my mind is not able to, like, my mind is racing. I kid you not. When I'm trying to sleep, I'm just unable to, you know. So I ended up going to the tournament extremely tired, and it did show in some of my plays. As some of you saw in my my last match, hopefully would have been going into top 16, because if I would have beaten my opponent, I would have made top 16. You know, I rushed out some plays because I was like a little too cranky, and I was just like, oh my God, I have Shugesh, she's gonna drop Konoha, let me just go for it. You know, like my mind wasn't really thinking clearly, and you know, it's due to a lot of personal issues going into my life. So I'm going to at least help you, you know, even if I can't help myself perform the way I would like to, at least I can try to help you guys so that you guys can perform and dominate at these tournaments and do the best you can. Some of us are in different points in our life, and you know, hopefully you guys are not dealing with the stuff that I'm going through, because it's no walk in the park, and it's stressful emotionally, mentally, and not so much physically, but you never know. You know, the mind is strong, and if you're not there and you're not focused, it could affect you. But anyways, I want to thank you all for helping me reach up to that 5,000 mark. I want to keep going strong, keep going higher. You know, my goal is to be the biggest I can be the most dedicated, and give you guys the best content I can. You know, with the YouTube money, whatever I do receive, I'm just going to try to keep investing it into my content. As you see, my videos gotten a little better. I'm going to have more matches coming up, and those matches are going to have better quality in terms of, I'm going to have a bird's eye view. I'm going to be receiving that extension soon. So I'm going to give you guys some really epic matches. And outside of that, I just want to make sure that you're enjoying the content that I provide, because a lot of the previous content creators, I'm not going to mention any names, but they slow down. You know, a lot of people are involved in their job, careers, their own life issues. Despite how much issues I'm going through and how quiet I may seem and how involved I may seem I'm in the game, a lot of things have happened with me, and you know, it's pretty much there. Some of my close friends know what's going on. Some of yous know what's going on, because once in a while in my Facebook group, I'll talk a little bit about it, and I might brush up on the topic, but I never really give any details. So thank you all for helping me reach this 5,000 mark. I'm gonna keep going on strong. I'm gonna keep releasing good content and just keep improving on it so that you guys have something every day to look forward to, excitement. You know, it's something that I wanna bring to you so you guys can have a better day, better night, and you know, it helps you, especially if it's pertaining to the game that you all enjoy and love. But without further ado, thank you all again for helping me reach this milestone. Thanks for being subscribed. Thanks for supporting. And as always, this channel is all about you.